Hi there, YouTube. Musical Aviator here. We'll be flying an MD83 today, in reference to the very last MD80 that has flown for American Airlines. Just happened, what was it, 4th of September. Current date was 7th, so that was Wednesday. That particular aircraft flew as call sign American 80. I decided to leave that free today, but we're very close. We're going to be flying call sign American 83, which is actually technically more correct than 80, because the last MD80 to fly for American was an MD83. So today we'll be flying with the new Marconi FMS and PMS in the virtual cockpit, which was released as a beta by Leonardo software just yesterday. So I was literally preparing for this flight with the old system, and then the email came through saying that, hi, this new software is available. Want to try it out. So, completely new Marconi FMS, which is very different from the old Honeywell one, well, the new Honeywell one. It's a much less capable system, but it's actually the system that American used on their MD83. So it'll be quite an interesting experience to fly with this new system that Leonardo software has given us. Here we are in front of our MD80. You can see the bare metal finish, very reflective. Thank you to Tomato for this nice little profile. Tomatoshades. The main thing that we're using Tomato for is to correct the reflection, because in the original P3D the reflection is scaled incorrectly, so it's not a mirror. But here we are, it's almost a complete mirror. We can almost style our hair, comb your hair, brush your teeth in front of your MD83. It's that shiny. Just walk to all four corners of the aeroplane. Ensure that everything is ready to go. I see that our cargo doors are open. Here's another thing to look out for. Inside the engine is a grate, kind of like a grill in front of the engine that doesn't actually rotate. The first rotational stage is behind the grill. It's a very unusual thing that most other airplanes don't have. Is a kind of protective grill out the front of the engine. You can have a look inside the engine. It's a JT8D. Close that up. Business end of the engine, and obviously the big bucket reversers that come out there. So the Marconi FMS is a very unusual instrument to be using. The Delta Airlines MD88s have the Honeywell, which is traditionally what we've had on the Leonardo product. Much easier to use because it's got a proper LNAV and VNAV. Whereas the Marconi FMS only has LNAV, and then it's got a PMS, which is a performance management system, and we do not even have a VNAV on this aircraft at all. We have what's called PERF, P-E-R-F. Much more primitive. We'll be using a lot of V-speed in this flight today. So PERF for the climb and V-speed for descent. It's I'd say it's less capable in navigation than the Dash 8 is, by far. That reflection is just pretty intensely cool. I'm going to walk to the front just to show you guys something up at the nose cone. All these MD80s popping into existence, that's pretty cool, intense. Yeah, here up nose cone, just open that up. There's a weather radar in there. Look at that. Too cool, eh? Alright, so we'll walk up the stairs. American does actually use a Marconi, and I can tell you that because I've seen photos of them. So here's a photo of American Airlines, and it's got one Marconi, not two, and there's the PMS right there. That's what we'll be using today. I can tell you now that they don't use the Honeywells. What they do have is nothing in the right hand side. There's usually I think it's IRS sitting there. The Marconi the PMS is usually on the other side, and the Marconi is sitting right there. This is what we have here. It's Delta that uses the other one. Anyhow, we have the battery coming online. Autopilot. I've never seen a American Airlines with a Honeywell. They just don't have them. Okay. So let's get into this. Gonna grab a Co-Route, and DFW to ORD is what we're flying today. Nope, they're using them on 83s as well. The old system. Like that. PMS down the bottom. One Marconi on the left hand side, and they usually have something else on the first officer side on the right there. Not an ACARS, but we're going to use an ACARS today. They have this weird thing that looks like the bottom end of a PMS sitting over there, which I think is an IRS system, but I've never double checked. Initialization data. Okay, DFW. From origin. Today our flight number is American Airlines 83. And of course I've just gone and stuffed that up, haven't I? Yeah, the XTWAs are a difference. It's the original American Airlines ones that you're looking for. That's true. The one that flew on the most recent one was an XTWA pad. Let's look at our ETD. Current time 13:05, so I think we'll be 13:50. Scheduled date today is the 7th. Destination STA is KOID. And route time is what I was looking for. It's 1 hour 49. And it's AAL 83. Weight and balance, trip fuel 12,726. Taxi, we'll call it 1,000. And the block fuel 27761. TOW is 138.95. Sent. Grab a request for the weather. Okay, DFW. Put chord in there too. Send that over. It's requesting FMS too, that's right. And messages for the weather. There we go. Weather report, blah blah blah. Let's get our passengers going. You know what? Let's do it that way instead. Let's spend a bit of time on the ground. Weather showing a altimeter of 2998. Set. Preliminary weights, there we go. Zero fuel weight, 121.023. 121.0 set. 6.8. Roughly about there. Cool. So down here we have the Performance Management System, PMS. Doing a test on the input data, fault review and the service test. Now 1 and 2. We'll hit the plan. Okay, GWT is gross weight. And we show that 148.75. 148.75. And our fuel showing 27.75. And the nautical miles of trip. Actually, we'll just grab that from the flight plan. Alright. Here's 723. And we've got a second page, so we push this thing down to go to the next page. Planned cruise altitude is, I think we filed it to 290. There it is. And the wind component showing a headwind of 4 overall. And temperature at 290. So temperature at 290 showing up as minus 32. So you click on this thing here so you can get the minus sign. So that LNRWES plus and minus. Number 7 becomes a minus sign. And then we'll type in 32. And click that into the temp, number 3. So that's set up. And that will then drive our performance, PERF. Now that button replaces what you'd normally call VNAV in the old system. Meanwhile, our refuelers have arrived, so I'm just going to come out and say hi to them. Ah, they're not doing the cool animation. Oh well. No matter. I was hoping they'd do the ground refueling. It's just done the truck refueling. Alright, so our Co-Route is in. We'll take out the legs and compare that to what we have here in the flight plan. We have Akuna 7 MLC SGF, then Ullman Elato, all the way through to, there it is, Welts, W-E-L-T-S. We're going to be flying through the Akuna 7 departure, and I have a PDC here coming through ACARS and such. So it's, there we go, cleared as filed. Ground control, taxi, ATIS and spot, number location. Kill, departure. They haven't given us the runway, but we'll have a listen to the ATIS. ATIS is 123.77. Handle.
17 center. Notices to airmen. ActiveSky in use. Operate transponders with altitude reporting mode enabled on all airport surfaces. Please echo runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Charlie. Telesport Left International Airport arrival departure information Charlie. 17530. Wind 200 and 8. Wind variable between 150 and 230. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 5,000. 30,000 scattered. Temperature 36. 2.18. Altimeter 2998. Simultaneous visual approach to runways. 13 right, 18 right, 17 center, 17 left. Simultaneous parallel traffic departing runways 18 right, 17 right, 18 left, 17 center. Notices to airmen. ActiveSky in use. Operate transponders with altitude reporting mode enabled on all airport surfaces. Please echo runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Charlie.
There's Charlie. Here's Charlie. Takeoff data. So we're using flap 15 today, showing a dry runway, so 142, 144, 153. Chuck in the 142. What's it? Yeah, pretty high speeds there. Got a lot of fuel today. Anticipating holding. Got an hour of holding plus about 45 minutes of taxi fuel. 144, 153. I'll chuck in the 153 because that's the most important speed for myself. Sorted. I'll just get that out of the way. 168. That's flat the track speed. Start the tracks 206. 168 and 206. Final segment clean 224. Just do 250 on here. Is there any other restrictions? Let's have a look. We're sitting at ramp Charlie, so I'll probably be using 17 right, I'd imagine. Anuka, top altitude 17s. Top altitude is 10,000 feet. And 250 knots is the first restriction. So I'll just set that up now. Let's run some tests.
Headwind, shear, headwind, shear, headwind, shear. Tailwind, shear, tailwind, shear, tailwind, shear.
Light slow. Pull up. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start that APU. APU's on the bus. Get off the power.
Yes, sir. You're clear to disconnect. Thanks.
And runway 17s. And we'll go ahead and add the departure route. That is this one, it'll be the Akuna 7. I wonder if there's a Matata somewhere. Akuna 7, runway 17 right. And just checking through the legs. So Spira. Yep. Spira, Gurgel at 5,000 or above. Cordis, Bigd, Seymour, Akuna, Tickies and McAllister. No discontinuities anywhere. Looks good. Pretty long flight, so you won't bother with the arrival until we get airborne. The beacon we got from the departure was 5151. Let's check that out.
TCAS system test okay.
TCAS is fine.
Stall. Overspeed. Stall. Spot lap. Flat. Stabilizer. Brake. Spoilers. Spot lap. Flat.
Okay, flexing today, looking for 187. There it is. See if what signs are in.
Fire left engine. Fire right engine. Fire left engine.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's look at the checklist. Gonna bring this up here. Okay, flight recorder. Recorder test is done. Do need to do these. Flight recorder day is number 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Month is 09. Cool. Flight number is, I can't see it. Let's go over the other seat. We're in the middle even. Not the other seat. No, in the middle. Not quite the middle in the middle, is it? Interesting. Let's roll over. 09. Oh no, that's completely backwards. Alright. So 07. 567. There we go. 09. Flight number is 83. And leg number 1. and the hatch. Hatch is closed, we're ready. Okay, Mach 6.7 is set. Take a weight 151. How they're doing outside? They're done? Cool. Doors closing, and let's have a chat to the packs. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking from the flight deck. Welcome aboard this American Airlines MD83. We'll be flying as service to Chicago O'Hare today on board the very last MD83. We thank you for joining us on this very interesting journey. Cabin crew will be coming through the aeroplane just to ensure that everything is ready for our departure. As you are probably aware, there are safety cards. I do ask that you make yourselves familiar with them, just in case of any untoward events. That said, we do anticipate getting out on time today, so our departure time on the slot is in just a few minutes from now. Thank you for flying with us on American Airlines, and for those of you joining just because this is the last MadDog MD83 to fly for American Airlines, welcome aboard. Yada yada yada, probably something about flying careers. I hear that the guy that originally actually flew the real American Airlines 80 flight a couple of days ago had been on the MadDog for, was it 17 years or 27 years or something insanely long. Anyway, I haven't been. What we have here is a new, it's almost a beta. It's a public beta of the old, very old FMS that's used on some of the older American Airlines MD-80s, Marconi FMS and PMS. So the FMS is this section here, that green bit, and the PMS is this section here, the orange bit. And then over there we have an ACARS unit, which is actually the FMS PMS, but with some colour. Anyhow, we have a PDC clearance to climb up to 10,000 feet. We have a score code of 5151 and an inspection for runway 17 right. With all of that information, cabin crew, please prepare for departure. Where's your PA dates? Alright, cool.
PA and emergency light test.
Emergency light's okay.
Alright, checklist again. Flight recorder done, AHS alignment is complete. FMS GPS is set, cross-checked. Emergency lights are armed. Cabin signs are on. Engine sync selection is off. Stall warning tested. Air conditioning is set. Shut off valve. That's working fine. Fire protection is completed and test. TRP is tested, set, and Toga Flex 187. Fuel quantity shown 27.6. Altimeters 29.98. Fuel shut-off levers are off. cabin pressurization lever is automatic. Checked. And that's done. Before start checklist. Just need to get our hydraulics on, I do believe. There we go. Hydraulics with the transfer is set. Parking brakes are set. Pneumatic pressure PSI. It's showing 2.5. Engine selection shall be alpha for the departure. Tank temperature, tank pumps. Alright, so we got the main pumps on. We have auto on the aft pumps, and we have the transfer fuel pumps off for the moment. The fuel quantity 22, which is 2400 overall, 4400, sorry, which happens to be essentially the same as our diversion fuel. FAR reserve 47. Cool. That's 45 minutes of fuel sitting in the standby tanks. Hopefully we don't need to touch that. But what we'll do is we'll use the center tank all the way until it's empty, then we'll shut the center tank off, then we'll open up the aft tanks to pump them into the center tank, which we'll leave for the landing. Righty, APU normal is normal. Anti-collision lights can go in, they are. APU is set normal, yeah we did that. Air conditioning supply will be off for the start. Pneumatic cross feed is open, left, actually open them both. And thrust levers are idle before start checklist is complete. Let's have a chat to the ground, 121.65. There goes the bridge. Yep, we'll switch over now. Alright. Okay, advise appropriate ground control ready for taxi with 8.
777 coming from the left to the right, American.
We are Charlie 8. Position Charlie 8.
Roger that, thanks. American 022 Heavy, contact tower 126.55, see you.
And ready to taxi, so we can do the pushback on our own. Lots of MD-80s around, look at that. Right, we're going to push back tail to the that direction, I think. I reckon we'll push into that direction. Cool. So we are facing south.
Please let us know if we may assist you. To expedite the boarding process, please be seated as quickly as possible after starting to carry on items.
Push back and departure facing southeast.
Passengers seated in rows 25 and 26 are also asked to review the exit row seating requirements.
Okay, APU's on the bus.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Yay. We're ready as well.
American 1469, contact tower 126.55, see ya.
126.55 for American 1469, have a good day.
Locking gear.
Directors are in.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Sec there.
Dallas, we're at the ground.
We're clear to push.
Good afternoon.
Parking brake is released.
American
Commencing push.
2319.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Charlie, pressing high park over here.
American
Right, clear to start.
2319, we have preferred routing today. Let me send you a new flight plan we're flying from DFW to O'Hare. Stand by.
And we'll start the right hand side engine
right.
first. Number 2 as they call it. Into rising. It's 20%.
Yes, I can accept 2319.
American 2319, I'm going to refile that for you and then send you a PDC. Stand by.
Beautiful, you're the best.
That's a good engine start. Close that up. And we'll start the left. There's 20. And we're set. Alright, ART is off. Flux temperature is set. Okay, trim is set for departure with a CG's moved again. 6 point, there it is. Flat 15. Gonna go ahead and double check. Receive message, crew message.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set. As takeoff is 10.5, sorry. Put the zero fuel weight one in. 10.5 is there. Trim is set.
Unlocking gear.
We have information Charlie off the ATIS. And position was Charlie 8.
Dallas ground, good afternoon. Giant 23 Heavy with you with information Charlie, ready to taxi. Giant 23 Heavy, contact DFW Tower 126.55 for taxi. Alright, 2655 for Giant 23 Heavy.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Cover that ground, you're clear to disconnect. See you on the right hand side. They didn't hear a word of that, did they? Thanks for that, ground. We'll see you on the right hand side. Catch you. We'll take the check.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Our start engine ignition can go off. Pilot and static heaters. American Airlines actually used to do that. Delta put it on rat probe, but American actually chuck it on to pilot, captain,
American
like that. There we go.
783, second try.
Airfoil and engine ADIs not required. Condition supply, auto.
American 2783, runway 17 right, taxi via Kilo Echo Golf.
And with that set, we'll turn off the
Kilo Echo
APU.
Golf, 17 right, American 2783.
Switch these around here.
Thanks for your patience, sir.
Sorted.
No problem.
Cool. Door key light is checked off. Hydraulic system checked and set, and we can turn off the auxiliary.
American 2319, are you there, sir?
And taxi check.
2319.
TRPIT is set. APU switches off.
American 2319, I keep getting messages from your boss,
flight
sir.
instruments.
Are you meaning to contact me?
Set. FMS is set. Flight controls test.
Oh, no, that's just the way I explain Squad 5. So just pull up the menu, you gotta type something. That's weird, but...
Alright, roger that. Thanks, sir.
Flight controls checked and set. Go. Flap slightly, lever is 15. Aileron and rudder trim set to 0. Stabilizer trim is set.
Can you confirm you're squawking 0526?
Takeoff briefing and cabin report. So the takeoff briefing is runway 17, what's it called?
Affirmative, 0526.
17 right. We have a 13,000 foot long runway. We have the RTO set. Safety speeds are 80 knots. Then our V speed.
American 2783, due to issue with transponder, reset your transponder, squawk 0525.
V speed was 142 for the V1 speed and 145 for the rotation. We'll be climbing out with V2 plus 20. That'll be handled by the performance. And then 250 when we can. We're already briefed at the departure. Initial climb is 10,000. And RNAV Jurgon. I'll go ahead and contact him for departure. DFW ground, American 83 at position Charlie 8. Information Charlie, ready for taxi. We're currently facing southbound. Ah, don't have my radio set up properly. We're broadcasting that to the intercom that's got nothing attached to it. Awesome. DFW ground, American 83, information Charlie, was position Charlie 8, ready for taxi. We're facing southbound towards Kilo 7.
American 83, runway 17 right, taxi via Kilo Echo Golf.
17 right by Kilo Echo Golf, American 83. Kilo Echo and Golf. Let's move. Parking brake is released. And we've got 4 minutes on the clock. All good. Seat the crew.
American 2783, squawk normal, please. Squawking normal, 2783.
There's a 2783
Thanks.
going around.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're number 1 for takeoff. Flight attendants, please be seated.
UBS 929 from at cargo section with information Charlie on board, ready to taxi.
UBS 929, heavy DFW ground. Contact DFW tower 126.55 for taxi.
12655, thanks.
Let's try a Kilo. Yeah. Yeah, that's Kilo.
1734 with information Charlie IF.
American 1734, we have preferred routing today to O'Hare. Can you a new flight plan, sir?
Yes, we'll go ahead and what's the preferred
Got your damper off. Why is that? Not off anymore. There we go. Cool. And the ice is on as well.
American 1734, gear to the ground. Confirm you can accept that.
Yep, we're more than happy to accept American 1734.
American 1734, I'll file that for you and send you PDC shortly. Stand by.
Thank you,
American 2783, contact tower 1.55.
Other spotter. We are indeed up nice and early with this wonderful reflective aeroplane with its weird Marconi FMS and PMS instead of VNAV. Performance managing system rather than, you know, post-menstrual syndrome. PMS. Let's run the power test on the weather system.
American 2839, I've heard over.
Very good. Weather system is showing up.
Pilot, was it American 2839?
Affirm.
American 2839, DFW ground. Your preferred routing to O'Hare today. I'm going to send you a flight plan, confirm you can accept. Stand by.
Whatever it is, we can accept it.
American 2839, send you a new flight plan, expect PDC shortly.
Roger.
DFW ground, American 1226, at Kilo 8, passing to Charlie 29.
American 1226, straight in via Kilo, thanks.
Expect Kilo for American 1226.
American 2, you on my frequency?
Roger, sir. That was for American 672, correct?
Yes, sir. American 672, give way to an American MD-83 coming from your right to left.
Roger, we got him. We'll give way, American 672.
That was him. He's giving way to us.
Unit 420, clearance request, stand by. You're number 3. We also have preferred routing today, so I'm going to send you a new flight plan and you have to let me know.
Well, takeoff checklist, takeoff target is confirmed, fuel balance is set, brake temperature is good to go.
30 ground, you're going
Engine selects to both.
4 Mike, all just off, the other side of 1 right on exit kilo.
EOP is checked, and full takeoff checklist is complete.
4524 Mike Golf, stand by. American 83, contact tower 126.55, good day.
126.55, American 83.
Number 524 Mike Golf, safe parking?
We're parking corporate aviation ramp for 4 Mike Golf.
Number 524 Mike Golf, get to corporate aviation ramp via Kilo.
55, isn't it?
Ramp via Kilo, 4 Mike Golf, appreciate it.
2, 3, 4, 5, there it is. Done. Hi, the Roz Spotter, how are you doing?
Holding short at 18 right, UPS 929. UPS 929, cross runway 18 right.
17 right, that's where we are.
Cross 18 right, UPS 929. American 2783, contact departure.
Over to departure, American 2783.
There's a holding point, 17 right.
Giant 23, running 18 left, line of point.
Line of point, wait, 18 left, Giant 23 heavy.
Parking brake is set.
American 83, DFW tower.
American 83, go ahead.
American 83, hold short, runway 17 right, will be about a 2.5 minute delay.
Holding short, 17 right, American 83. Okay, we're going to run the center tank on the takeoff. We have 4,700 pound of fuel. Okay, checking the takeoff. There we go. Minimum takeoff fuel is 25.9. We have 27.
Giant 23, RNAV, B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV, B Park, Giant 23 heavy.
Departure frequency is going to be 11855. That's preset. Alright, I'm feeling pretty ready to go. Anything else up here that we need? Doesn't look like it.
American 83, runway 17 right, line up and wait, 2-minute delay.
17 right, line up and await, American 83. Brakes are released. Let's get the lights on. And the strobes. Yeah, that's enough. There it is, 17 right. Brakes are set.
Giant 23, contact departure.
Departure now for Giant 23 heavy.
American 83, RNF Spiro, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
That's me, 17 right, cleared for takeoff, American 83. Brakes released, clock is in. Let's go. On for 1.4. Stand them up, there it is, 1.4. Auto thrust. Takeoff thrust. Check. Speed active. Check.
2018 left, and we're ready for departure. Just
Press sir.
UVS 929, runway 18 left, line up wait, 2-minute delay. Line up wait, runway 18 left, UVS 929.
Gear up. Nav track.
Gear up. Lights out.
Check. So we've got a 20-degree nose up.
American 83, contact regional report.
Over departure, this is American 83. Regional departure, American 83, climbing 10,000, leaving 2,200.
American 83, recent departure radar contact, climb by the SID.
Climb by the SID, American 83.
Giant 23, climbing to 17,000.
17,000 for Giant 23 heavy.
Yeah, gonna go for speed and vertical speed. And with that, we'll switch on autopilot. And we'll go to performance. Not yet.
American 83, climbing to 17,000.
I maintain 17,000, American 83. 17 is set.
Giant 23, proceed direct to Kuna.
Direct to Kuna for Giant 23 heavy.
And flaps up. Flap 0 that is.
Flap 0.
And slats retract.
Slats retract.
Climb thrust. Climb thrust, performance climb. ART is closed. I'll takeoff checks. Brake temperatures, check. And they're pretty much 0. Landing gear is up and lights are out. Flaps and slats retracted. Engine selection is off. Center fuel pump is in and 17,000.
1,900.
Takeoff checks complete.
GPS 939, return departure radar contact. Giant 23 heavy, contact 4 center 135.45, 35, 45, I think there.
35, 45 now for Giant 23 heavy, so long.
Okay, we're using PERF climb, that's performance climb, and that's coming out of this system here, delivering us EPR 1.84. You can only use that once you have climb thrust set on your TRP CL. If you go ahead and pushing it that, when you're still in the takeoff or flex thrust, that won't work. Still on a QN8 because we're only going up to 17,000 feet. Once we get a flight level, and I'll switch over. Ten 10,000 feet. Lights out. Seatbelt signs are off.
UPS 929 coming to
Yes, Joe, Captain speaking. Seatbelt signs are off. Cabin crew can start the service.
Climbing 10, 7,000. 17,000.
American 83, contact 4135.45, again, that's 135.45, that's it.
135.45, American 83, g'day. Fort Worth Center, American 83 climbing 17,000, leaving 10,600.
American 83, Fort Worth Center, hello. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb maintain flight level 290, American 83. Okay, that's a flight level. Altimeter set 2992. Set. Okay, we'll continue on the performance climb. Once we get up there, we can use performance cruise, but there's a really weird thing about performance cruise, and that is it allows itself to descend and climb up to about 100 feet in either direction as part of performance management. So instead of advancing and reducing the throttles all the time, it'll actually climb and descend by about 100 feet up or down, which is a little bit disconcerting at times, and I'm told that the American Airlines pilots used to just switch over into altitude hold mode, which I guess we'll do. But I think just to demonstrate how it works, I'm just going to leave it into performance cruise once we get there, just for maybe 10 minutes or so, just so you can see it, how it works. Very strange little system, that one. Okay, let's need to position the
American 2930, Fort Worth Center, how do you
radar head down. 1.5 seems about right. So if you're using the Marconi system and you're wondering why your pitch keeps changing, that's why. It's actually trying to maintain a speed.
South Center is UPS 929.
Useful for the climb, not useful for anything else, really.
17,000.
It'll give you a top of descent, that's all.
UPS 929 Heavy, Fort Worth Center, hello. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
I maintain 350.
So BOD there. Once you get to the top of the climb,
American 81, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
then it'll show us the top of descent, or bottom of descent, BOD, which is 11,000. That's a term you don't often hear. Bottom of descent. Yes, goofy system, and no one seems to use it, as the very famous video says. There's Acuna. That's terrain mode, that's not actually weather. Not much out there as far as weather goes. Yeah, they also forgot to put the compass in, so better have a mirror. There's the mirrors. Unfortunately, they've literally forgot to put the compass into the Leonardo, because the compass is just meant to be up there somewhere. There. That's the compass. So if you look in there, there's actually nothing in there in the MadDog, in Leonardo's software. If you look into the mirror, there's nothing in the mirror. So unlike the actual MD-11, these guys have actually forgotten to put the compass in. Into a flight level, nice turn. Let's have a look at an external view. There she is, blasting out some soot out the back. Burning some dead dinosaurs and leaving a trail of soot behind her. Almost like a steam train. Choo choo. Good looking airplane there. It'll be sad in 2022 when Delta get rid of this. 2 more years. Maybe 3 at the best. At least we have the 717.
American 84 Worth Center.
Going to take myself a cold tablet to get rid of some congestion here. Should have taken that before, but I only got up about 15 minutes before we started broadcasting, so I didn't have enough time. I had the sim running overnight. Just sitting there at the gate, ready to go.
American checking in for level 250. American 84 Worth Center, howdy.
How many lights are in the MD80 again? Like 47 or something? Can't remember. See if we can see a few. There's a briefcase of lights. That's not a dimmer. That's fine. These are dimmers. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Plus the floor light. That's 5 in total so far. Another 4 over here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. I missed anything. 17 and 18.
American 1080. Turn 20 degrees left, vector for sequence.
And 19, 20.
Alright, 20 degrees left, and we'll go vector for 1080.
21 technically. Yeah, that's 21. 22 and 23 there. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh yeah, these things. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Any more on the outside? I found 37, but I can't. 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I'm missing 3. Where are the last 3? I feel that they've got to be in the overhead or behind us somewhere. Yeah. If you can find the last 3 missing lights, let me know. Anyway, that one's always fun, the MCP light. On the Honeywells, there are dimmers on each of these CDUs. That's 2, that means only one left. I'm missing somewhere. This one? Ah! There it is! That one right there. Cool. $1,000 to run. Level 290 set. Yeah, I'll stay in performance cruise just to see how it doesn't manage to hold its altitude properly. So it's coming back to cruise power, which I'll set.
American 1080, proceed direct McAllister, so I'm maintaining flow 370.
Not too bad so far.
And 370.
Actually, let's speed up a bit.
Direct McAllister, so I'm maintaining flow 370.
So we'll go to 0.75.
McAllister and flight level 370 for 1080.
So non-optimal cruise, which is 0.749 now. And I've selected that in. Yeah, stabilizer, the new update came out. So I got the Marconi flying with the PMS out here from
American
our
84
cruise. We have performance managed instead of performance mode to the VNAV.
American 80 contact Memphis Star 133.65 today.
You can see that altitude just wandering a little bit off.
Forward center, west wind 1990 heavy with you at flight level 390.
Under performance cruise, it's allowed up to 100 feet deviation either way.
Contact 4% 135.75.
There it goes, it's starting to climb because it wants to slow down.
Order 135.75 for 1990 heavy, thanks.
So it's slowly starting to bring the power back, but while it's doing that, it's actually climbing because it wants to maintain Mach decimal 75. So it's gone to the point where it actually needs to pull the power back because it's running out of 100 feet. So here it is, sitting at flight level 2905. 29.05. 29.08. So yeah. Now that it's got the power back, it'll just sit here until it loses a couple of hundredths of a decimal point, then it'll come back down again. Miss them already. You go find yourself a job at Delta, where they still have the 88s. At least for another 2 years. Just depend on American for Delta. Move to Atlanta. Uproot your entire life for 2 years. Cool, it's sitting at below Mach decimal 749, so it's going to start descending again. And it might even go all the way down to like flight level 28.9. Yeah, it's going to run all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and click on altitude intervene because I don't want to fly straight through that. And we're going to go into max selection and 75. There we go. And now I've turned it back into a real plane that can actually maintain an altitude. Yep, 88s as much as we can. Every time that I see myself in that USA event, set the pressure fuel low. Fuel goes to auto, and I'm going to actually transfer from the transfer bus. That's our reserve fuel, straight into the center. Should do a test first before we actually start blasting the fuel in. Test is good on that side, and that side, and that side, and that side. Done. Alright, we're going to start pumping fuel out of our reserve tanks into our center tank so that we can use it if we need it. If we do need it, that means something went desperately wrong. Because that's our actual reserve fuel.
Fort Worth Center, American 347, having 10.6 for 17,000.
This is only MD83
American
stuff.
347,
If you find the MD82, you won't have the reserve tanks.
Maintain global 330, American 347.
American 347 resets transponders, block 2236.
2236, American 347.
Yep, that's cool. Pretty heavy bird today, that's all down at 3290. I've got plenty of fuel on board, and we also have a full load of passengers. Not much bags, no freight, but we do have a full load of packs. Yeah, it would have been nice to have the old steam gauges. It's alright that we don't have them. American Airlines has got a couple of aeroplanes, well, used to have, until last week, had a few aeroplanes in this, almost this configuration. Not quite this configuration. They didn't have a second Marconi unit, they just had a IRS over there. And down here they had the PMS sitting on the other side with the VHF on the top. So radios are at the top. Transponder was way down here somewhere. Marconi was over there, roughly where our COM2 and standby active radio is over there. COM2 and 3. And on this side, where the Marconi is just below it, was a thing for the door, and the door camera. So if someone knocked at the door when they come in, you can have a look down here and say, "Hi, that's someone I recognise." Yeah. That one. So yeah, that's what one of the 83s look like. They're all different. There's no two MD83s that look the same in the American Airlines fleet, in my opinion. All the instruments are somewhat different. So yeah, that's what I was talking. The Marconi is on the right hand side with the comm radios at the top. Transponder at the bottom. And it's one of the older style transponders, not that one. It's one with the double rotating knobs either side of the screen.
Giant 23, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
3365 for Giant 23 Avenue.
Forward Center, American 2839, 12.7, 17,000.
American 2839, 4%, good evening, climb maintain level 370.
Level 370, American 2839.
Forward Center, American 273083. Sorry about that, we lost internet. Did you hand us off to Memphis?
Last aircraft calling call sign only.
American 2783.
American 2783, contact Memphis sign 135, or 133.65.
133.65, American 2783.
Cool. So Memphis Center coming up, and then after that we'll be with Kansas City. Forgot about them. And Chicago after that. 1, 2, 3, 4 centers. Okay, top of the set, 457 nautical miles, 1 hour and 2 minutes. I am indeed wearing pants because it's about 7 degrees Celsius outside here in Melbourne. And that's way too cold to be not wearing pants. They are track pants though, so not wearing trousers with a belt. Just trackies. No shoes, just socks and slippers. The old CH products, rudder pedals don't really go too well with big clobbering shoes like I wear.
American 1734, Corporate Center, good evening, commenting flight 0370. American 2839, proceed Dirk McAllister.
Dirk Macau, American 2839. American 2039, verified it's Dirk McAllister.
Verified.
Okay.
That's how you do the oxygen test in this airplane. So we are nav track, altitude hold with the Mach .75. That's the usual way that the American pilots use. Yeah, we almost have real airline food. Got some spaghetti bolognese. In a little package thing. I wonder what American Airlines actually served on the real last flight. AAL menu. That's what they have for us.
We're center United 1160 with your flight level 50.
Speedbird 31 Foxtrot. For correction, American 2223, Fort Worth, good evening, commenting flow 350.
No idea.
Good afternoon, Fort Worth Center, United 1160 with your flight level 350.
United 1160, contact Fort Worth Center 35.7.
So I put in American Airlines menu and I got that.
Fort Worth Center, good. American 2223, passing 11,000.
Who knows?
American 2223, Fort Worth Center, good evening, commenting flow 350.
Commenting flight level 350, American 2223.
Laying data. A bit too early for that.
Paulus, that's a good afternoon. Speedbird
Well, it isn't too early, it's after Welts.
380.
Let's brief our arrival.
Speedbird 31 Foxtrot, Port Persona, good afternoon. Welcome aboard.
So, which airport is this one? That's
American
O'Hare.
83, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
133.65, American 83. Memphis Center, American 83, flight level 290.
American 83, Memphis Center, good afternoon. Welcome aboard.
Good stuff. Okay, briefing. We'll be using the Turtle 5 arrival. That's Totally Turtle. TRTLL. Turtly Turtle. We're coming out of Welts. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck that in. Do we know which runway they're using up there? Let's have a look. Weather request for KORD. Yeah. Send that. Meta KORD 300 at 9, gusting 19. So I'll need to carry 10 knots. So it's plus 10 whatever the VREF is. Where's the VREF again? 145. Probably be down to 143 by the time we get there. I do need to look a little bit. Actually, we can do it that way, can't we? Yeah, 144. And probably drop down to about 142, 143 once we're on the approach. Scrambled eggs in last flight. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we've run out of fuel in our reserve tanks. Going to turn them all off. Done. And we'll leave the center tank on auto. So I've essentially moved all the fuel from the center reserve tanks out into the center main tank. And we'll just leave it in there because we shouldn't really be touching that fuel. If you need to divert, we'll do it. Right, departure arrival. Looking for arrival at ORD. Going to be the Turtle arrival. Turtle 5. Out of Welts. And with the wind coming out, blasting out of the west.
UBS 925, 29, sorry about that. I'll file 35, sir.
28's probably correct, but we'll leave it like that for the moment.
UBS 929, Memphis Center, hello.
Let's brief the arrival portion. Yes, just bounce around them turbulence like that. Crossing Turtle at 11,000. Renault, Tony or Himgo. Depends which side we go. We got those. Turtle. Renault, Georgia. Alright, it's doing the southerly one, so that's runway 28. Yeah. 28 rather than 27. Leave it like that for the moment, with a crossing of Turtle at 11,000. Okay, with the arrival, since we don't have a VNAV system, the idea is probably to select flight level 240, aim at Maroc, and cross Maroc at about 25 to 240. If we do need to level off here, that's fine. And then after we hit Maroc, we hit 11,000, and we just aim our green banana at turtle visually, and that's how you fly without a VNAV. That's how most of the American Airlines pilots used to fly it, as far as I have heard. Not that I know many, but what I've heard from YouTube, they didn't really trust their performance system for descents. Even the Delta Airlines pilots constantly complain about the VNAV being a bit squirrely and weird. So
good afternoon,
this
Mr.
system's
Center,
got no
United
chance.
1160 is with you, flight level 350.
United 1160,
Lito Lotu wants a very nice passenger bit. I'm sure I can give him one.
Westjet 557, contact Kansas City Center 127.7, correction 125.72.
Kansas Center, 12572, Westjet 557. Thank you.
American 83, contact Kansas City Center 125.72.
Over to Kansas City 125.72, American 83. Kansas City, American 83, flight level 290.
American 83, Kansas City Center, roger.
Kansas City Center, good afternoon. WestJet 557, flight level 350.
WestJet 557, Kansas City Center, roger.
So there's Welts, that's where we enter the arrival.
American 2930, same Mach number.
So make some notes here.
American 2930, same Mach number.
American 2930, Mach .80.
American 2930, maintain Mach .78.
Maintain .78, American 2930.
United 1898, I got a duplicate code, squawk 2136.
Well, 2136, United 1898.
American 80, same Mach number.
We're Mach .67. American 80.
American 80, roger. Maintain Mach .6. Let's see. Maintain Mach .64 or less if you can for sequence over our best sequence of dual here.
Alright, Mach, you said .6? 4 for American 80.
American 88, affirmative. If you can do it, just let me know if you can't do that.
Yeah, we can do it, American 80.
Roger, thanks.
48 minutes, top of descent.
United 2347, approved as requested, advise you back.
Is that top of descent or bottom of descent? That's top of descent. T over there. Cool.
United 929, UPS 929. At flight level 3 contact.
UPS 929, Kansas City Center, roger. United 1898, expect visual approach runway 12 right, St. Louis data top of current altitude of 3000, percussion altitude of 3004.
Visual 12 right, and we have properties 040, then 1898.
The center, United 537, requesting to step away for about 2 minutes, please.
United 537, approved as requested, advise you back.
Alright, will do, thank you.
American 2930, mean Mach 0.77.
Mach 0.77, American 2930.
United 2347, roger, thanks.
Check.
Unclear. United 1898, radar contact lost.
Nice and quiet sitting here at level 290. from Welts, that'll be fine. We need to cross Vinça, so I don't need to worry about anything about descent until we hit Vinça.
Center United 537, Bell 42.
United 537, roger, thanks.
Let's see, 31 miles down to Morocco. 29876. Let's go aim for 260 to Morocco. So 3000 is 9. I'll call it 10. So 10 miles from Morocco, we need to start our descent. And I'm happy to aim 240 at Morocco and aim 13 at Dredge. 11
City Center, good afternoon, American 1080 with you, flight level 270.
American 1080, Kansas City Center, roger.
10 at Morocco. Was it TR ICH? Cool, that's all the notes that I think I need. I reckon it'll be runway, probably not that one actually. I reckon it'll be runway 28, centre or right. Let's see what they're actually using.
GPS 976, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
3487, guys.
That's brief one. Let's go for 28 right as a default brief. And center. Okay, inbound course is 273. That'll be the same for all the runways. Salt's Head and 10895. Minimums is 200 and we have 851. Minimums are set. I reckon we should do the passenger brief before top of descent. Let's get out in the way.
And who was that again?
Because with the Marconi system, we've got to kind of manhandle our approach and descent a bit more than usual. 38 minutes, top of descent.
Is this American 4422? American 4422, before you go, contact Mesa Center 133.65 and then make your request with them. American 2930, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
Who's that for?
Kansas City Center, so that's 227 is going to start to send the Polk to arrival.
That's us there.
FedEx 227, I'd give you an altitude right now, but the LOA, or the correctional letter of agreement between Indianapolis and Kansas City, I cannot access right now. It is not the Kansas City.
Oh, the George Ort.
And
How you doing?
Indianapolis has blocked it off. So, for now, the Senate pilots discretion maintain
Why to Losso? I don't get a medical one, so I'm not going to make a career of being a pilot without a medical one capability.
Okay, thank you. Just send,
That's a hobby pilot? I've been one on and off. Depends how rich I am. So yeah, if I happen to have a bit more money, I might go off and throw some of it at flying a Cessna 172 around or a Piper Cherokee.
American 2930, ground frequency, contact Chicago Center 134.87. American 2930, Chicago 3487.
Kansas City Center, American 347, flight level 330.
American 347, Kansas City Center, roger. American 207, you got a duplicate go, squawk 2114, 2114.
I'm sorry, what that for American 207?
American 207, squawk 2114.
2114, 207.
Kansas City Center, United 38,
FS 11 2020 does look pretty good.
United 38, Kansas City Center, roger.
Got to give you that. Can 10 from Marconi, so everyone send. Marconi's right about there. Good stuff. I am indeed P3D version 4.5.
Kansas City Center, American 80.
FedEx 2027 leaving the airspace to the east, Indianapolis Center offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Have a good day. FedEx 227.
City Center, American 80.
Sorry, aircraft calling. Say again.
American 80. We're wondering if you can get a step time, flight level 330 for weather.
American 80, no worries. Call and maintain flight level 330. If you can, try and maintain that same Mach number, or pretty much lowest practical. Let me know what you can do.
Lowest practical, we're calling the 330. American 80.
Kansas City Center, American 2839, flight level 370, Mach 80.
American 2839, we're crushing Kansas City Center, roger. United 537, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
133.65 for United 537.
1532 and 1533. So a quick calculation here, quick and dirty. About 1,000 more than we expect.
Yeah, the 38 got a duplicate code, squawk 2140, 2140, please.
Squawk 2140 for United 38.
Yeah, it's about 2,000 more.
American 80, turn 30 degrees to the right, vector for sequence.
15.
30 degrees right, vector for sequence.
Cool. That's our ETA. We'll send that through.
American 81, contact Chicago Center 134.87. 134.87.
Top of the descent, 29 minutes.
United 1035, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
133.65 for United 1035, good day.
There's a ding dong. Crew.
Kansas City Center, good afternoon. Presidential 56, Postal Oklahoma.
Lots of practice.
We're ready to taxi.
Mouse wheel, very nice mouse. Logitech mouse. And I've got the space bar on my yoke, so I can just do
Juliet,
that.
crossing 8 on Juliet, Malta, altitude of 293.
Air 1 left, you had Juliet, cross 8 left, altitude 293, Presidential 56.
So it's just space bar and mouse movements. Can you give me that?
American 80, clear direct cash in.
I for cash in American 80.
American 80, say Mach number now.
We're climbing, it's slowing down a little bit, but Mach 0.58. We're trying to resume 0.64.
American 80, roger, no worries. Yeah, maintain Mach 0.64, give you more lenience on that speed. Not much of a problem anymore, no. I should almost be the next 5 minutes or so for you.
Great.
American 2783, same Mach number. American 2783, same Mach number.
Longest flight I've ever done? I don't know.
Mach 0.75.
Probably about 14 hours.
American 2783, maintain Mach 0.74.
On video, about 12 and a half hours.
Maintain Mach 0.74, all faster than 5 minutes. Mach 0.74, American 2783. WestJet 557, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
13487, Chicago Center, WestJet 557.
American 80, resume normal speed. Thanks for the help today.
Right, let's brief our descent. We'll be taking it in on Mach 0.75 until we cross to about 300 knots. Does ATC have anything to say about it? 300 knots at the transition. We'll be using vertical speed, V-speed mode, and we're looking for values
American 80, Kansas City Center.
of something around 1,500 feet per minute down to about 18 until we hit 11,000 feet, in which case we'll be able to go down to about 900 feet per minute descent.
I'd almost be
Obviously after 11,000 feet we're going to be at 250, 240 knots, and then we'll probably be vectored around a little bit in Chicago. Down on the runway we'll be using auto brake 2 for medium.
City Center, good afternoon.
Set that up now. Clearly we'll be using ILS approaches. I've got 273, which is the course for all the runways. That's already set.
American 2783, resume normal speed.
Still quite a bit of time to go. Got 24 minutes until our top. 180 miles. 7%. And Malrock. 160. Yeah, we're going to descend about maybe 10 miles earlier than the projected top of descent. This gives us a little bit of a nicer transition at the start. So probably looking about 1,000 FPM until we hit our first waypoint, which will be Maroc at flight level 260-ish and Tritch at 130, turtle at 11. V-speed showing 142, I suspect that'll be down to 140. And just looking at it there.
Kansas City Center, American 2023.
With the amount of wind down there, there's a gust of 10 knot difference.
Kansas City Center, good afternoon.
So I'll carry 10 knots on top of the speed that's shown there. So it'll be 141, we'll make an approach at 151.
United 555, contact Chicago 134.87.
In Chicago, we're looking to go off to gate Kilo.
Good afternoon, Kansas City Center, United 1116.
I believe it's Kilo 3 over there.
United 1160, Kansas City Center, good afternoon. American 207, contact Memphis Center 133.65.
133.65, American 207.
That means we would have departed from gate Charlie 8 and arrived on Kilo 3.
Mark decimal 80, UPS 929.
Suits.
UPS 929, roger.
We're inside the star now. I'll go ahead and make ourselves passenger briefing. get underway for the true business of this operation. There's the arrival route.
Kansas City Center, American 2341 is out of 13.3 for flight level 330. Position is 15 miles northeast of Pawnee, VOR.
American 2341, Kansas City Center, radar contact.
Squawk a couple of conversions here. Not to know miles.
2107, good afternoon, American 2341.
Yeah, cool. PA set. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain speaking from the flight deck. My name is Trent. Joining the flight deck is Vatsim. Thanks for flying with us on American Airlines' last passenger flight, the MD-83. We're looking to arrive to Chicago today in about 35 to 40 minutes. We'll be descending shortly. We've already entered the arrival route, which is the Turtle 5 arrival. We do anticipate to arrive on the runways 28s or 27s, facing westerly. We've been cruising at 29,000 feet today at a speed of Mach decimal 75, giving us an overground speed of just around 454 miles an hour. That's not so. As we come into Chicago today, last passenger operation for the McDonnell Douglas MD83. We do look back, of course, on the career of both the aeroplane and ourselves. The McDonnell Douglas MD80, this particular one, was built in 1997. Since that time, it has been flying with TWA Airlines and eventually American Airlines after the sale of TWA. It has racked up some several million miles, which is enough to fly it to the moon and back over its career. Myself, as captain today on Vatsim, I've been flying on Vatsim since the year 1999 and flying simulators since 97. So essentially I've been flying in Flight Simulator as long as this aeroplane has been flying in the real world. I'm a bit of a newcomer to the MD-80. I didn't really get into flying MD-80s until well into the program. I think it was about 2007, 2008 before I actually picked up the MD-80 for the first time. Now, of course, with the Leonardo software, MadDog, the original product, the 2006 product. That product for Flight Sim 9, FS9, was a capable of multiple crew cockpit. We did a few flights with Arjun back in the day, which you can probably find on the channel.
56, scan, refresh and radar contact,
since then, we've gone through a couple of different variations. The FSX version in 2010, MadDog Leonardo 2010, and now, of course, the current MaddogX product in FSX and also for prepared version 3, 4, and 4.5. Current iteration that we're sitting in today is the Leonardo MaddogX MD83 extension. That is a product that is an add-on to the original MD80, which is essentially only showing us the MD82. The current iteration that we see here is a beta product, which was only released yesterday via email to those who already own the product. It gives us Marconi FMS and also the PMS, Performance Management System. This setup is different to the original, which is the Honeywell, which is what the MadDog product came with from Leonardo software. Anyway, enough symbolisms. We'll be arriving into Chicago today onto the runway 27s or 28s into a westerly bound heading Showing the weather down there is 75 degrees Fahrenheit and quite a bit windy out there. We've got 22 mile per hour gusting winds coming in from the west. Once again, thanks for flying with us on American Airlines Special Flight 83. This will be the final passenger service for American Airlines on Vatsim.
Ground, Parks College, IFR.
We are, of course, flying the farewell MadDog event on Vatsim with Vat USA. We thanks for flying with us on board American Airlines with the MD-83 today. Thanks for being in the chat and in the stream. If you do have any questions about the Marconi or the MD-80, or me in general, leave a message and I'll say hi. With that, I do ask that the flight crew start preparations for our landing. They'll be coming through the aeroplane just to ensure that everything is ready for our arrival. So that ask you to give them your rubbish and any other items that you'd like them to hold on to for the landing. At the end of the flight, I'm told that there is a bag of various paraphernalia about the McDonnell Douglas MD-80 and American Airlines. And that will include a booklet with a short history of the MD-11, the particular one that we're sitting in today, and also MD-80s in general, and McDonnell Douglas. So thanks for flying with us on the MD-80. We do hope you've enjoyed your rides with the MD-80 across its career.
UPS 929, maintain Mach point.
Cabin crew, please spare the aircraft for the arrival.
We'll be maintaining Mach decimal 78, UPS 929.
Hi there, AADF spotters. Yeah, this is the Marconi FMS, which is different to the Honeywell. It's actually the type of FMS that American Airlines used in most of their MD-82s and 83s. And that's the PMS, which is the performance management system, which is kind of like the VNAV, but not really, because it's really not a very good VNAV at all. Anyway, I suspect that will be handed off soon, unless we've already been... Oh, we're right there now.
North 7. United 4269, Kansas City Center, welcome. American 2783, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
2783, there is.
134.87, American 2783.
3487.
City Center, Wisconsin 3819, level 300.
Wisconsin 39, or question 3819, Kansas City Center, welcome.
Just need a switch over. We'll probably get cleared to descend with the arrival.
Our 765 Foxtrot Golf, thank you for your patience. Cleared to Lima 06 Airport, Gateway 1 departure, Drzwiecki transition, then as filed. Maintain 3000, departure frequency 13, or question 125.72, clock 215.
I'm glad that we got the new PMS system and the Marconi FMS just in time for this last flight. It's the last flight that we'll ever do in an airplane that really had this kind of setup. But it was nice to use once.
Our 765 Foxtrot Golf, reback correct, advise ready to taxi, expect
maybe one day we'll fly it into Victorville.
Right, do you have a preference today?
No preference, we'll call the first one we get.
Our 765 Foxtrot Golf, roger, expect on my 12 right for departure.
12 right for departure, we'll call for taxi, Piper 5 Foxtrot Golf.
2429 Kansas City Center, are you on the frequency?
American 2839.
Looking for American 2429. No? No takers? Alright. United 38 traffic, 12 at Percussion traffic just after 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, northbound United 737, 800, flight level 350.
Chop it up. Wow. Wow.
Okay, we will advise when we have
another MD-80 pilot. Wow.
United 11. United 1160 around the frequency, still traffic, 1 o'clock now, southwestbound, the United 737, 800, flight level 360, at about 20 miles now.
.135.4 is our ATIS frequency.
Delta 71, checking in with you.
Delta 71, 71, Kansas Center, Roger. American 83, contact Chicago Center 134.87.
134.87, American A3, good day.
7 contact Chicago approach 119.0.
Roger, 557, Chicago approach 119.0. Thank you.
025, sorry. 354. Chicago Center, American 83, flight level 290.
American 83, Chicago Center, Roger.
Runway 28 live available upon request. Please make all runway hold short instructions. Departures expect runways 22 left, 28 right from November 5.
Chicago Center, American 1574, setting through flight level 350 for 340.
CPPLC services. All turbojet departures maintain 215 knots of advised on initial contact.
This is American 1574. I just came from Andy Center. I'm not sure if he tagged us up or not. We're currently 10 south of the Marion VR.
19510. 1274
didn't get it from him radar contact squawk
visibility 10. 4,500.
3275.
18,000 broken. 25,000 broken. Temperature 24. 2.14. Altimeter 3000. Arrival
Chicago Center, DBM 487, take a Papa, short of Alpha to your
ILS runway 27 left approach.
There's 7 single Papa, runway 27 taxi down.
Available upon request. Please make all
we'll taxi the Alpha to 27.
Departures expect runways 22 left, 28 right from November 5.
So that's information Romeo, runway 28 center and 27 right. And I think it'll be 28 center for us. At least I hope so. Because we want to go to Kilo, which is about there. So if we get 28 center, it's much better than 27 left. But if we get 27 left, it's not a problem. We'll pick up the 27 and the 28 together. Let's try and...
Yeah, 1886 Chicago Center, call maintain flight level 38
center. 27 left.
Level 38, sorry.
Right, sorry. 27 right.
American 1574, clear to Watson, Whiskey Alpha Tango Sierra November, join the Watson 3 arrival.
Okay, so
American
ILS 27
clear
right.
to Watson, Watson 3 arrival.
First officer side, it's 11175.
Chicago Center, 7 Tango Papa, holding short runway 13, clear to cross.
There's 7 Tango Papa, cross runway 3.
And on my side, it'll be 10895.
Crossing runway 13 at Alpha.
28 center. Good.
Giant 23, maintain 250 knots.
251 versus
250 knots.
264.
Giant Christian 555, maintain 290 knots for the sequence.
290 knots, 555.
Chicago Center, today, UPS 929, flight over 35. UPS 9 Chicago Center, descends via the Turtle 5 arrival. Descend by the Turtle 5 arrival, UPS 929. You're going to 83 descend by the Turtle 5 arrival.
Well, the Turtle 3 arrival, Marconi A3. Turtle 5, sorry. Okay, descend by the arrival, going down to 240. And crossing Morocco at 250, we need to descend 10 miles out. In about, yeah.
American 2820 Chicago
miles.
cleared to Duffy, climb maintain for level 370.
We're direct Duffy up to 370 American.
According to 6 minutes and 44 miles, but we'll start early. At 240 is set up. We haven't started our descent yet.
American 1574 cross holds and maintain 11 compression. Cross holds and maintain 12,000 over altimeter 3000.
Cross holds and maintain 12,000 American 1574.
Westjet 970 connect Chicago approach 100.0.
Let's run that weather request again.
Westjet 970 connect Chicago approach 100.0.
August 77 Tango Papa, ready to go, runway 27.
There's 7 Tango Papa, runway 27, clear for
Wind
takeoff.
9 knots, gusting 27. Oh my gosh.
Runway heading clear for takeoff, 7 Tango Papa.
Yeah, 555 connect Chicago approach 100.0.
There's 15, we'll start our descent in just a couple of
19.0,
seconds.
United 9, 555.
Giant 23 connect Chicago approach 100.0.
100.0 times 3.
Yeah, looking at 200, 300 knots there we are. 300 knots, 2,000 a minute.
Chicago, the center 7 Tango Papa, crossing 3,000.
I'm going to use vertical speed today.
There's 7 Tango Papa, radar contact, turn left heading 210, climbing.
Okay, there is a requirement across the Marconi below level 270 and above 24.
Stay again on the heading and up to 10,000, 7 Tango Papa.
Looks like we're going to make it easy.
There's 7 Tango Papa, turn left heading
2 miles
210.
out. Yeah, got it, mate.
210.
Tritch at 13. Let's set that up. There's 13.
There's 7 Tango Papa, reset transponder, squawk 3132 when you get the strand.
3132, something.
15 to 13 at Tritch. And 11
Yeah,
at Trill.
1564 connect Chicago approach 100.0.
Chicago approach 100.0, United 1564.
Let's set up our descent.
There's 7 Tango Papa, cleared the Iowa Falls, we are climb maintain for level 210.
Okay, the runway is elevation 600
Correct, Iowa Falls and 210, something.
Set, and the altimeter is 3000. Set.
Envoy 4104, descend by the Fight 5 arrival low, here altimeter 300.
Wait, the banana go.
5 300, 4104.
American 223 is back.
American 223, roger. American 80 traffic, 12 o'clock in 3 miles opposite direction. Altitude indicates 10,600.
We're looking at American 80.
Thirteen's looking good. Need to be above 13. No, below 15. So it looks like at 15. Yep, that's working. Yeah, I'm happy to go down 11. See how that looks like at turtle, sorry. Yeah, not too bad. We'll get there. Checklist. Okay, the set checklist MSA is checked. We have, what was it? 865. Approach and landing briefings completed.
0.55.
MDF is set.
1955.
Landing data. Don't have it. 139, I'll check in.
UPS 929, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed.
And let's say 154. Flap 0 is 189. And 215. Run that there. Cool. Rating 10, so our approach speed will be 149. Correct. On the speed one,
American 223, connect Kansas City Center 125.7.
Set. Cool, speeds are set. There's altimeter.
American 223, connect Kansas City Center 125.72.
Contact Kansas City on 125.72. Thank you very much for this service.
3,000 set. Altimeter is set. Seatbelt signs are on.
American 2783, connect Chicago approach 119.0.
That'll be us next.
119.0, American 2783. Okay.
Yeah, American 83 traffic, 11 o'clock, 0 miles southbound, turning eastbound, altitude indicates 10,600, type unknown.
Go with the traffic, American 83, we'll take a look.
American 83, roger.
Chicago Center, American 347, flight level 330.
American 347, Chicago Center, descend by the Turtle 5, arrival low, Harold altimeter 3000.
Yeah, speed coming back, 240.
Descend by the Turtle 5, American 347.
240 is set. Over 2,000 a minute now.
Envoy 4104, connect Chicago approach 119.0.
Happy with that.
19 4104, see ya.
So hotel, total at 11,000. 1,000 to go. Traffic's in sight. And American A3 has that traffic in sight.
That's an A3, Roger.
Lights are in. Right, check this. Cabin signs are on. Fuel system is set for the arrival. Altimeters and speed bugs are set. Road check is complete. 11,000.
Traffic, traffic.
Check, check. Visual. It's crossing. If we do get a TCAS RA, we'll turn left as well. Just wait into that cloud. 109.0, American A3.
Climb, climb.
Turning left. Ooh. There we go. And 190.
Clear of conflict.
Clear of conflict. All parts back in. Chicago approach, American 80. Kind of ATC, what the heck? Sure you can. Approach American 83, information at Romeo 11,000. Expecting 28 sensor and just taking the set, American A3. No, 7,000, 83, thanks. Okay, now 7,000 feet. Can you guys hear it, traffic control? Can't hear it. Alright, interesting.
Three 360, Stefan. Blood heading 360, trying 23, I think.
Is there any luck? You can hear them now.
Delta 3450, go ahead with the readback.
Roger, good to Fort Myers with the midway path departure. Zimsky transition and squawk 3374, big respects.
3415, read that correct. 31 center for departure.
So it's on set.
Roger, 3415.
Info twin sets 0 level going cancel plus on 9 point.
0 Bravo, thanks. Squawk being bar for just here today.
Okay, now good night.
And 23 heavy turn left heading 300 intercept 28 center localizer.
300 and intercepted 3 center localizer time 23 heavy.
Yeah, that's 555 heavy turn right heading 180, maintain 210.
Maintain 20 again, for the heading.
Heading 180 for United 555.
180, 555.
Here, departure, FedEx 1021, level 1010,000.
Thanks, sorry about that. You can climb anything 15,000 in center 13487.
15 and center 13487, FedEx 1021, so long.
Chicago approach 1574, 12000 with Romeo.
It is 555 heavy turn right heading 250 intercept the runway 27 right localizer.
250 intercepted 27 right localizer United 555.
Record 1574 Chicago approach, cross Vogler 9000 cleared ILS 27 left approach.
Alright, cross Vogler, air above 9, cleared ILS runway 27 left approach, American 1574.
1023 heavy, Rizuko at 5000, cleared ILS runway 28 center, and contact over tower at Sika 120.75, 180 or greater till Sika.
180 or greater till Sika, contact tower at Sika and cleared for the 28 center approach, Giant 23 heavy.
American 80, turn left heading 360 vectors to final. 360 vectors for final, American 80.
That's on the right.
Chicago arrival, hello, UPS 929 with Romeo 11,000.
I haven't put our satellite in yet. Arrival, runway 28 center.
Southwest 3415, looking for departure.
2783, just maintain 5000.
Just maintain 5000, American 2783.
American 80, turn left heading 20 intercept the runway 28 center localizer.
Gonna brief out, go around.
200 going to localizer, American 80. Southwest 3415, turn left
Mr. Approach to 11, climbing left hand turn to 4000, 215.
Right heading 090, 1300116, runway 31 center, cleared for takeoff.
Roger, heading 090, departure, active takeoff, runway 31 center, Southwest 3415.
American 80, cross Rizuko at about 5000 and cleared ILS runway 28 center approach, maintain at 210 knots or greater to Hazel. Alright, 210 or greater across Rizuko at 5000, cleared ILS 28 center, American 80.
Chicago Bravo, UPS 929 11,000 with Romeo.
At 929, correction, UPS 929, heavy Chicago approach, to maintain 7000 ILS 28 center.
Can I maintain 7,000 dollars to UPS 929?
Runway 4104, descend and maintain 4000. Runway 4104, descend and maintain 4000.
4000, 4104.
American 80, maintain 210 knots for greater to Hazel, and then 180 knots for greater to Sika. O'Hare Tower at Sika, 12075, good night. Alright, 210 till Sika and Tower at Sika, American 86. It'll be 210 or greater till Hazel, and then 180 or greater till Sika for American 80. Chicago approach AM4, 1,700 to 5. AM4, Chicago approach radar contact, clear direct to Fido, climb maintain 15,000.
Maintain 50,000.
And that was for AM4, nobody else, just AM4. Southwest 3415 Chicago departure, radar contact, turn right heading 090 direct to Drzwiecki, climb maintain correction 13,000.
Roger, 090 and 15,000, 3415.
On to downwind.
Southwest 3415, clear direct to Drzwiecki, climb maintain 13,000.
Jones Zemetsky, 30,000, Southwest 3415.
American 83, descend to maintain 5,000.
Yeah, 5,000, American 83. 5,000 is set for 900. Set. Spare's coming back.
Chicago Hertz, good afternoon. American Energy Review flight level 100 down for 3,000 on the trailer 5. American 1080 Chicago approach, maintain 7,000 miles to center.
Getting ILS signal.
American 2783, turn left 360.
Left 360, American 2783.
American 2783, maintain 250 knots for now.
250, American 2783.
American 1574, contact over tower at half, 12075.
Identify.
All right, 120.75 over taps for American 1574.
That was 3415, Chicago Center 134.87. Thanks for the patience with you.
Chicago Center, 13487, 3415.
Stand 4, Chicago Center 13487. 3487, stand 4. Right, 2783, turn left, heading 290 south, runway 28 center, localizer.
700 again.
Right, 2783, turn left, 290 south, 28 center, localizer.
Is that for 2387? Or
2883. 8 firm, 290, join the 28 center, local.
290, join the 28 center, localizer, American 2783.
American 83, change of runway, expect runway 27 left, ILS 27 left for American 83.
Hey, 3 seconds, sorry. Something like that, 27 left.
American 83, change of runway, expect ILS 27 left, descend to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, expecting 27 left, American 83. Down.
EPS 92900, descend to maintain 5,000.
On 1175.
Going to maintain 5,000, EPS 929.
Long taxi. Let's change it up.
Correct, 2783, turn left, heading 250, rejoin the localizer.
27 left to set.
I'm 4104, turn right, heading 180.
Right, 180, 4104.
2783, turn left, heading 250, rejoin the 280 localizer.
250, American 2783.
2783, let's do this. Clear direct, Hazel, or correction, clear direct Rizuko, clear direct Rizuko, cross Rizuko 5000, clear ILS 210.
Didn't you say 27 left?
Chicago approach, American 247, 11,000.
Envoy 4104, turn right into 250, join the 27 right localizer.
27 right it is.
What was the heading again for 4104?
4104, 250, join the local.
That wasn't even an option before.
250, join the local, 4104.
American 83, turn left, heading 360.
Left. Second heading, sorry. 83.
American 83, turn left, heading 360, back to Japan.
Heading 360, and just confirming that was 27 left, not right, yeah.
A for American 83, and reduce speed to 210.
210 knots, 360, and 27 left, American 83.
Runway 4104, cross Bonzo at or above 4,000, cleared ILS, runway 2 center right approach.
Cross Bonzo, at or above 4,000, cleared for the ILS 27 right.
210, we'll need some flaps. Speed check. Slats extended, thanks.
2783, cross Hazel at 4,000, cleared ILS,
and
runway 28
flaps
center,
15,
180
speed
knots
check.
operator, Telsika, tower Sika 12075.
Cleared ILS 28 center and over to tower 120.75, American 2783.
That's 180 knots operator, Telsika for American 2783.
Can you repeat for 2783?
American 2783, maintain
1105
or 80 knots. 180 knots operator, Telsika.
180 knots, Sika, American 2783.
Runway 4104, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75, that's typically good in.
Left it is, go.
Tower 225, 4104, good day.
American 83, turn left heading 290, join the 27 left localizer.
Heading in for 83.
American 83, left turn 290, join the localizer, 27 left.
Heading 290, and now John localizer 27 left, American 83.
GPS 929, turn left heading 360.
Left heading 360, GPS 929.
Chicago approach, American 347 at 11,000.
There we go, straight
347,
through
contact
localizer.
center 134.87. American 1080 and American 347. A firm. I'm going to be closing here. Contact center 13487.
Alright, center 13487, American 347.
270.
American 1080, Chicago center 13487.
For center, for sending.
American 1080, 134.87, center 13487. I'm going to be closing.
Right. 2487 for American 1080.
GPS 929, heavy turn left, heading 290, intercept the runway 28 center localizer.
Left heading 290, intercept 28 center localizer, GPS 929.
American 83, contact O'Hare Tower at TAF 1207.
Tower at TAF 120.75, American 83.
Traffic, traffic.
Check. Might be in the parallel.
And O'Hare Tower, American 110, runway 28 right at November 5.
Yeah, we've had a few runway changes.
O'Hare.
We're still going the same gate, but we'll be landing on 27 left. We'll probably vacate to the left. Alpha 1. Maybe Golf 1.
November 5, clear for takeoff.
Alpha 1 would be great.
On departure left heading 180 and get right at the road contact takeoff and 920.
Light signs coming up.
Traffic.
O'Hare Tower goes to 2381, moving toward 27.
Traffic, traffic.
Let's slow it down. 180. $70.
Climb, climb.
Traffic in sight, we're going to ignore it. It's on the parallel.
O'Hare Tower, runway 27 left.
I need to go down.
Gear down.
Chicago Tower, American 83, runway 27 left.
Climb, climb.
American 83, winds, O'Hare Tower, winds 270 at 9er, gust 19, runway 27 left, cleared to land.
27 left, cleared to land, American 83. Let's move to TA mode so we don't have to get the...
American 1574, contact ground 121.9er.
Flaps 28.
Drop 1574. Skywest 5381, turn right heading 360, winds 270 at 9er, gust 19, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff.
360 over takeoff, 27 left, close to 3.
American 2783, turn right ahead
speed
on
159,
Delta,
149.
short runway 28 right.
Flaps 40, please.
Right on Delta and hold short 28 right, American 2783.
Speed brake is armed.
Flaps 40.
Landing checklists. Okay, final approach, landing gear down. Free green, 2500. Flaps 40, speed brake is armed. Inject ignition is set to both, and EAOP is checked. We have speed 155, localizer, and glide slope. Reducing speed and final 149, set.
American 2783, cross runway, take right at Delta Delta, right on November, contact ground 121.9.
Cross 28 right at Delta Delta, right on November.
Traffic TA is on the parallel runway. So don't turn right. Yeah, it might be a bit slower than us too. Yeah, I'm feeling that wind now. Going to come off the automatics, my airplane.
Autopilot.
And my throttles. Out to marker. Out to marker 2000 set. FTGA and GM mode is set.
And just confirm Envoy 4104 is cleared line.
Envoy 4104, that's primitive, cleared line.
Starting to feel that wind in.
Nice clear line for 4104.
It's mostly headwind, so it's not a
Sorry,
problem.
time 110, 5000. Aircraft calling, you cut out, Facecam.
1,000.
Stable.
110 calling you upstairs, for level off there, 5000, heading 180. Skywest 5381, contact Chicago Center, 134.87, sorry about that. 347, 60 rating, we're gonna.
Good afternoon, UPS 929, flight established hours to 8 center.
Traffic, traffic.
Copy.
UPS 929 heavy, O'Hare Tower, winds 270 at 9er, gust 19, runway 28 center, clear to land.
Run to it, center, clear to land, UPS 929.
300.
O'Hare Tower, America 110, level up to 5000, heading 180.
Minimums.
Continue.
American 110, contact Chicago Center, 134.87.
100.
Over to departure 110.
50. 40. 30. 20.
O'Hare Tower, November 446 Charlie, holding short 27 left, ready for takeoff.
Not as good as I want it to be, but there we go.
November 446 Charlie, O'Hare Tower, runway 27 left, line away.
First light's out.
Line up runway 27 left, 46 Charlie.
Our American 1973, 28.
Off the high speed.
Go, 28 right.
American 1973, O'Hare Tower on departure, turn left heading 180, winds 270 at 9er, gust 19er, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff. On departure, turn left heading 180, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff, American 1933. American 83, proceed straight ahead on Romeo, contact the ground 121.9er. Yeah.
Straight ahead Romeo and 121.9, American 83. After landing, flap and slats retracts to 15. Speed brake is retracted. Engine select is off. Pedal static is off. IS is off and the radar goes off.
UPS 929 Heavy, welcome to Chicago. Where are you looking to park?
I can move to the right and make the way United 782. Chicago ground, American 80.
There we are. Alpha 1 to Romeo, okay.
American 80, O'Hare ground, go ahead.
Our gate's off of Alpha 15 at Hotel 5. Can we get left on Alpha?
American 80 approved as requested. Sorry, I thought you said Neva number, Hotel Gate.
No worries, American 80.
Chicago ground, American 83 has vacated runway 27 left on Alpha and welcome to gate Kilo 3 if we can.
American 83, taxi to ramp via right turn, sorry, you're facing westbound, left turn on Romeo, Bravo, and enter the ramp on Alpha 18.
Alpha Bravo, so again, Romeo, Bravo, and enter ramp at Alpha 18, American 83. So that's all Romeo 5 right there. That's Juliet Romeo 5. Okay, Romeo 5 is not too bad.
You're 555 holding short, runway 27 left.
United 555, sorry, trying to coordinate that with tower cross, runway 27 left on Mike. And United 555, it'll be a left turn. It'll be a left turn onto Gulf on the other side.
Okay, Romeo into Bravo. There's uniform. Romeo 5. Uniform 10.
United 555, our gate is to the right, Gulf.
Romeo uniform 1. What am I seeing here?
United 555, understood, but I've got another aircraft trying to go the other way on Gulf, so I'm going to try to keep you out of the way.
Gulf 555.
Is that the runway? Nope. That's one. That's Bravo.
United 782, thank you so much for the patience. You still ready to taxi to 27 left?
Yes, I'm ready. United 782.
United 782, runway 27 left, taxi via Gulf.
27 left via Gulf, United 782.
I'll turn left.
United 555, that'll be a right turn on Gulf 2 if you have it there, and then right on Alpha.
Tango 6, Sierra Sierra.
Right on 2 and then right on Gulf 555.
Is this Bravo or Alpha? That's all when I turn around as well.
American 83, O'Hare ground. It looks like you're taxiing over the grass there on my radar. What's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused as well.
American 83, do you have a taxiway directly in front of you? Should be taxiway Tango heading southeast.
IST Tango, yep.
Alright, American 83, continue down taxiway Tango, left turn on Tango 6, and right turn on Romeo. Continue taxi as previously instructed there.
Cool. Tango 6 then, Romeo.
At American 83, depending on if you have outdated scenery, feel free to ask for progressive taxi. I can give you turn by turn if you prefer.
I know we're behind eventually, but it's getting to Bravo, that's the issue.
No problem, taking the scenic route.
Indeed.
Go ahead, ground on voice 4104 with you off of 27 right on Charlie 1 taxi at Gulf 19.
Envoy 4104, taxi to the ramp via Zulu, Echo, Juliet, and Alpha, if you can take it.
Zulu, Echo, Juliet, and Alpha to the ramp on voice 4104, thanks.
Envoy 4104, sorry about that. Looking at the current chart, it's actually Zulu, Sierra, Sierra.
Okay, on Romeo now.
And Juliet to
Eventually
Alpha.
becomes Bravo. This used to be a runway.
Zulu, Sierra, Sierra,
Sierra.
Tango, Juliet, Alpha to the ramp, 4104.
On Sierra. Okay.
Noted 782, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75, see ya.
120.75, thank you, bye-bye, United 782.
United 1882, you as well, contact Tower 120.75, see ya.
SSL.
Contact King
There's
Tower
Lima.
on
That's the last entrance,
120.75, United 1882, thank you.
Sierra Lima. Then November. Ah, we don't go to Lima. Lima it is. There's Bravo. Found Bravo. And Marconi 83, we're sitting on Sierra. I'm just going to move into Lima, then Bravo.
American 83, approved as requested.
83, thanks.
Oh, your ground. Good afternoon. American 1080 with you, holding short November, looking for the H ramp today.
American 1080, O'Hare ground by east ramp, do you mean Terminal 5, which is the east side of the central ramp?
This airport's way too big for me to know. I say like the central terminal is where we're going.
Slots retracted.
American 1080, no problem. Taxi to the ramp via November and Alpha 15.
Alpha 15 and November for November and Alpha 15.
777
for American
nice.
and 80. Thanks.
Okay, I'm going via Alpha 18, isn't it? 18. Is it 18? Really need 19. Get down to the gate level now. Yep, Concourse Lima. Kilo. 18 they put us into 6 Alpha. So I'll take 19.
Hang ground, Envoy 4114, question.
Envoy 4104, O'Hare ground, go ahead.
Looking at the chart to get into the ramp, are we going to be able to cross the little tiny approach into 4 left on Juliet, and then come into the ramp on Alpha 3 to Alpha.
Envoy 4104, cross runway 4 left on Juliet.
Debut should come in.
Cross 4 left to Juliet, into the ramp Alpha 3, 4104. Thank you.
$16. Oh, that's there, isn't it? On the other side of that pier right there, I do believe. Where we're headed. So that's this side of the pier and the other side. APU seems to have settled without the pneumatics on. There's 18. Okay, well, I was in there. Actually makes sense now. APU's powering up. APU bus didn't come in. Interesting. I'll shut down left engine at the gate and we'll request the other stuff. There's number 9. 5. There's our stuff over there, I think. Yep, there's 4 and there's 3.
Good evening, Chicago ground, American 1120 with you requesting clearance to Providence.
O'Hare ground. 1120 O'Hare. American 1120 O'Hare ground cleared to Providence via the O'Hare 5 departure. Radar vectors Duffy then is filed. Climb via the SID, top altitude 5,000. Departure frequency will be 119.0. Correction, departure frequency 134.87, squawk 3164.
That was a lot to take in. Do the best I can. 5 departure, climb maintain 5,000. Thereafter 134.80, squawk 3164.
Directing from inside the terminal today. That's hilarious.
American 1120, nicely done with that. Readback is correct. Push and call for push and expect runway 28 right.
Okay then, shutting down left side. And I'll get the GPU power on.
Yes, sir. Connect the GPU, please. Stand by.
APU's not on the bus. APU bus is dead.
GPU connected.
GPU's in. Kevin, crew disarm doors, cross check.
Giant 546, cross runway 2.
Good day. I'm going to open the back up, so let's do that. Auxiliary is in. I'll open up the back door. And parking checklist. Fuel tanks, fuel pumps are off. Auxiliary transfer hydraulic pumps are off. Parking brake is set. Emergency lights go off. And APU comes off. Cool stuff. Right, so just going to jump out of the back of the airplane and have a look at what we're doing. So here's the back door of the MD-83. All our dudes get ready to all that stuff there. That's not just an emergency exit, although it is one of those as well, but it's also a normal exit. Requires hydraulic power to open the last section up. Here go our bags. It's like a mirror. You can see up here, you can see this dude reflected in the fuselage. There he goes. Marvelous airplane. Thank you, Sam. Mudguard on the front wheel there. Hi there, Simbrief 737. Good morning to you. 7:30 AM here on a Sunday. We've already been live streaming for several hours now, since 4 in the morning. Don't drive it through my aeroplane. GSX. Very nice with those PBR reflections. Those are pretty cool. $11 PM in the Sim Aviation's world. What's that time? 11 PM. That's not even GMT, that's like, what's it? Mid-Europe somewhere. There's our outflow valve. Germany, hey? Cool. There's another one of our boys over there. There's our shiny one. Very nice. Have any of you guys seen that DAT MD87 video with the captain that gives you the massive walking tour of the aeroplane? It's very fun. Control tabs on the wings, so you don't have any hydraulics moving the wing tabs out here. What you instead have is that. It's a little tiny tab that moves up and down, and that moves the entire wing surface up and down, because by deflecting the tab, the rest of the aileron gets moved. Same thing with the elevators, but the elevators actually aren't attached to each other, so you get that weird looking thing that I've got in the thumbnail reference, that the elevator sometimes split. You get one of them pointing up, one of them pointing down, depending on the wind. Not far enough back. Back further. There we go. Smooth around. So yeah, sometimes depending on the wind, and it should be pretty windy today, you'll get one of those elevators just not quite sitting with the other one. Same thing again, you've got tabs out the back, and so when one tab, the little tab moves like that, the entire elevator moves upwards, so you get a down nose pitch or up nose pitch. Opposite direction it works as well, so if you move this, the front tab up, it deflects the entire surface down. But the only hydraulic pressure system in the control system is the rudder. Rudder's got a pressure transfer unit system that pushes hydraulics. But yeah, you can fly the entire airplane without any hydraulics. The only thing that hydraulics are used for are the flaps and the rudder. And, you know, landing gear. Gravity drop the landing gear if you need to. Up the front here we have the angle of attack system. Going to move my camera up there. So that's your angle of attack sensor. There are two of them on the aeroplane. If the angle of attack indicator shows that there's an issue, then you'll get the warning in the cockpit, the stall warning. Just that stick shaker. The aeroplane does have a stick pusher. So if your angle of attack gets way out of whack, then there's a physical rod that's joined to a electrical engine, and yeah, that rod actually pushes the yoke forward. Of course, you can overpower that rod just by pulling back hard on the yoke, and there's a cutout switch for it as well. I'm told that if you pull back hard enough on the rod, on the stick pusher, you can actually break the stick pusher. That's a safety design feature, so that if the stick pusher is doing something really stupid, then you can always break it. Keyboard shortcut for what? Oh, the man. Yeah, press Control, Shift, and E all at the same time, and that'll spawn your man. It'll pop out. Here's our engines. Very nice. Oh, I've accidentally shut the stairs. Let's not do that. So, yep, completely internal JT8D 217A engines. Just click on it to make it open and shut. Same over here. And I'm not sure if this will work, but there we go. There's a big reverser. It has enough hydraulic power to make one application, so we won't be able to remove it from this position. It'll half go back, I think. Half go back. Like that. There we go. So, to get it to fully close again, we'll need to go back in the cockpit and turn on the auxiliary hydraulic power, and then that'll eventually close the clamshells. But there you go, big chunky reverser clamshells. The thrust just blows, as usual, intake from the inside, all the way through the engine, out to the back, and then it just impacts this surface and gets blown back forward slightly. More kind of down and out than forward. But yeah, there's your reverse thrust system. And here we have the weather radar. Aeroplane smiles like a big puppy, revealing its weather radar. All these little cells and stuff. There's a few passengers still leaving the aeroplane. Close that up now. Big grin, happy dog. Well, this unfortunate happy dog is going off to the desert, where it will live the rest of its life as an ornament before getting broken up. There's one MD80 that's going to live for 3 months at, I think, Dallas, Fort Worth, or maybe Chicago. I can't remember, one of them. And it's going to sit on the ground being a training aircraft for, I can't remember what it was. I think it was de-ice training. So there was one airport that needed to do de-icing training. So they're going to learn how to spray, you know, de-icing fluid onto the airplane. And for some reason they've just decided that one of the MD-80s is going to be that aircraft. So there you go. Let's jump back in, get the reverses stowed properly. Then I'll close the door as well. Back door, that is. Right, so to get that system closed, what we need to do is turn on the auxiliary hydraulic pump. That's done. And just make sure that we have our reverses stowed. That's done. And I'll close the back door as well. Back door closed. There's an internal door as well that you need to close, otherwise there's no there's pressure bulkhead issue. But yeah, there we go. MD83, last of the Americans. There's still MD88s in the world. They're flying for Delta Airlines, and they'll be going for another couple of years. So next time that we fly the MadDog, it'll probably be in the 88. There's also still a couple of MD82s floating around, both in Europe and in America, the Caribbean. I think Intel Air and one of the freight operators, Everts Air. But yeah, as far as American Airlines is concerned, that is the last. And I think the next time I find American Airlines MD83, I don't know when I get air traffic control, but if we can find some way to get full air traffic control, at least to the center level, down to Victorville, I'm considering doing that. Might be a couple of months away, so I'll pretend it's that one that's doing the de-ice training. So in about 3 months or so, sometime during winter, we'll fly it down to Victorville in a special livery that I have ready for the MD83, which is essentially the American Airlines livery with the American stripped away, half the tail painted off, and most of those stripes gone, particularly the red one. I think they've taken the red one away, they've painted it white, so you've got this really thick white stripe down the side, and still have the blue stripe there. No American up there, and the tail is mostly painted off, just white. So I'll take that configuration of aeroplane down to Victorville in a couple of months when there's some air traffic control down in California. Till then, I hope you've enjoyed watching us fly the last of the MD83s on its last passenger flight. Great event on Vatsim. I'm very glad that I woke up at 4 in the morning to do this. Actually woke up at 3:40 AM. Anyway, we have VFR tour coming up at in a few hours. We also have the Milk Run Monday coming up on Monday. Going to take out the A320 for that one. Hi there, Simon Vetti. Bit late, you can watch the replay of course. I did make a very long and laborious passenger brief just before top of the set. And we have been using the Marconi FMS and PMS, which is this interesting little system here. That is a fairly basic, is that LNAV? Yep. And there's no VNAV on this system, there's just this performance management system, which essentially does climb and cruise and doesn't really help you much with the descent apart from letting you know when the top of the descent should be. Anyway, that's the American Airlines way of flying an MD-80. It's a bit different from the Delta way. And I really hope that you enjoyed watching. Till next time, I have been Musical Aviator. This has been a Mad Dog, the last of the Mad Dogs for American Airlines on Vatsim. Till next time, I'll see you guys. Catch you then.